right, streaming on Facebook Live. Alright, now I'm going to start this. Alright, everybody, and welcome to the Swiss Army Nerds podcast. This is the sports edition with your co-host Sticky and my other co-host
Steven Gagran.
That's right, mixing it up a little, because I always try to say all those S's and fuck it up. So, yeah, we're back. It's been, what, two weeks? 2 or 3? Yeah, it's been a while. We're trying to run it on Facebook, so we have no idea how that's going to turn out.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We've got a whole new system running, so we will see if it is going to go as good as it possibly could.
It will. Yeah,
of course. Why wouldn't it, right? Of course it's going to. I'm going to run it also on a local. Okay, can't. Never mind. Anyway, but yeah, we're here. It's NBA playoffs, so unfortunately, we missed a couple big weeks. Yep. Obviously, the Cavs swept your Raptors completely.
No, LeBron swept the Raptors.
LeBron showed up.
In fairness, the Raptors were so bad that they allowed J.R. Smith to shoot at 60% and Korver at 50%. And Tristan, I think, was at like 55%. So they were so bad they made the Cavs look like a threat to the Warriors, which they're not. But so that happened. The Raptors, I'm pretty sure they're going to just absolve the franchise at this point or move them out of the East.
The only reason I was happy they lost, the only reason is because I hate Drake, and he does this all the time. If you watch any Raptors games, he is sitting there chirping at everyone, just being a douche.
Yes.
And I don't like Drake. I've never liked Drake, so the only plus side was to watch him cry and walk off the court.
This is true. I do enjoy to watch Drake lose. But it was funny because he was running his mouth to LeBron through like the first game.
Yeah. And
there were a couple close games. Like people think it was 4 blowouts, but it wasn't. The first game was literally LeBron with
I watched that with you. They won by like 2.
Yeah, by 2 points in overtime, and then LeBron, I think in the second or third game, had that like game winner. So it wasn't like they were just third game. Yeah, it wasn't like they were destroying them as so much as they just stole that first game. Once they stole it, I think that was it. I think the Raptors just gave up. They lost home court, and that was like their thing. So I mean, I don't know what you do if you're. I think the last game, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, their 2 best players, had a total between the 2 of them 10 points. It was abysmal. Like, it was a joke, and the Cavs aren't such a defensive team that it was like, oh, they squeezed them out. No, they just choked.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say but choke. Like,
no.
They couldn't handle the pressure of the playoffs, apparently.
They just couldn't do it. And, like, you know, I get it. It's tough. Like, actually, I don't get it because they spent the entire year chirping, saying the whole year the reason we wanted home court is so that we can control it and that we have this chance to beat LeBron because LeBron's always toasted them, and they choke.
Yep.
Like it choked so hard. So it was frustrating. Like because I'm a LeBron fan, obviously, but at the same time, I don't want him to go to another finals because it doesn't matter if Houston comes out or the Warriors. They're going to destroy whoever's in the East. It doesn't matter. It's not even close. Like, so I don't want to see LeBron go and lose another chip because everyone can jump on him and say that it's his fault that he can't beat an entire team. I don't want to see that, but it is frustrating to see Toronto drop the ball like that because it would have been cool to see the Raptors make it. It would have been
my pick.
It was your pick. You were right though about them making the finals. Like you said that. You said they were going to be number 1 seed in the conference finals, and they did those. Well, not the conference finals,
but they were number 1 seed.
They were number 1 seed, and they should have been in the conference finals. But I think it's LeBron just hates the Raptors for some reason. I don't know. He's just always had their number, but. I thought it was a good, like, even though it wasn't a series, it was still fun to watch. I mean, 2 of those 4 games were super close and fun to watch. The other 2 were blowouts. And the West Coast, Utah got bounced by Houston.
Yep.
Houston is nasty. Golden State, of course, I think they beat Pelicans in 5.
Yep.
5 games, which I think
they
we both
snuck They snuck a win at New Orleans, I think.
Yeah.
They definitely didn't win it.
No, actually, I think it was at Golden State.
No.
Yeah, because they had the seat above Pelicans, yeah. They took one from Golden State, and then Golden State was like, that's all right, we'll get it back, and they did. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they won at Golden State because it was like this big thing. Yeah, I'm pretty positive. But Anthony Davis is legit.
He's a beast.
But when you have one player that's like that, it's not enough.
It could have been maybe a little bit. I don't think they would have won, but I don't think they would have gotten bounced so quick if Boogie Cousins was.
Yeah. And I always do wonder because Boogie makes the floor smaller because he's obviously the center. They put Davis at center and he was able to do great things. He went off. He looked great. I mean, he's a franchise player, but I don't. One, they're in the West, and two, they were playing the best team in the last 15 years, in my opinion. So they didn't have a shot.
Yeah.
And I guess going on from that, we got Houston Warriors. They just played last night. The Warriors beat them.
I didn't get to watch that game. I was at work.
It was a great game. It was back and forth. It was actually, people think it's like all offense, but it was a totally defensive game. It was basically which team could stop the other one's offense. And Warriors' defense is as good as their offense, which is disgusting to say. The Warriors, honestly, it felt like they were just toying with them. They'd get within 3, 6, 7 points, and you're like, okay, Houston's coming back. And it didn't matter. Like, they weren't giving up that lead. Once they got it, like the first quarter they were down by like 25-12 or something, and then like everyone's like, oh my god, Houston's putting it on them, and then the Warriors just turned the Jets up. And they had 4 players I think with 20+ points, and you're never gonna beat a team like that. No. I mean, Curry only had 18. And
but Durant had like
37, I think.
Yeah.
And Harden did his part. He had 43, I think. Harden's always going to make points, but
you're not going to do it versus his team. He can put up 50, 60 points. He's probably still going to lose.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to give him his points and his fouls, and Harden's going to look great, but I don't see them winning it. I'm not going to say they're going to sweep. I think they come back and win game 2, but they already lost home court. And the Warriors just looked so poised, like, this is everyone, like including me, it's like this is the finals, like this is, and then the Warriors show up at the Houston's home court and just beat them like nothing. It's scary almost because they're so confident right now. I just don't see anyone shaking them.
They're not going to.
No, honestly, once Houston gets beaten, Celtics or Cavs, either one's going to get eaten alive. I think Celtics would put up a better fight because Brad Stevenson, the coach of the Celtics, is awesome.
Yeah.
But even still, you're not going to beat Durant, Steph, Draymond, and Clay. You're just not. Now they play with the...
And you got those 6-man, Iguodala.
Yeah, Iggy.
He comes out and he puts up points.
Iggy's the man. He's the glue. Besides Draymond, he's like the glue. Like, you put him in there and their offense just clicks.
Yep.
And it's scary. I love watching the Warriors, but at the same time, like, I pretty much know. I think I know who's going to win, which is the Warriors. But... I was hoping Houston would come out and smack him in the mouth, and it was the opposite. It was almost like the big brother, little brother thing.
Can't do it. I just don't like James Harden at all.
No, I agree. I hate James Harden. I don't like how he plays. I don't like the fouls. I mean, he's amazing. He's good.
Did you see that one foul he had like last week? Running at a dude, puts the ball in the dude's face, and he's doing this, and they call a foul or a defensive foul
because he moved his hand.
It's like what?
Yeah, they reach for it a lot, like as far as fouls. But I don't like watching Harden play, but I respect that he can put up points. But that's not. They won games, but you're not going to win games like that in the postseason. You will against worse teams, like the teams they played, but the Warriors are too good. I honestly, after watching them play last night, if Houston somehow won, I'd have a lot more faith that LeBron could figure that out. Because I feel like if you negate... Chris Paul is great in Houston, but if you negate Chris Paul or Harden, that's not enough to beat the team. So, I don't know. I think Houston's in trouble.
Yep.
I mean, God forbid, I think the Warriors are so used to this, their championship team, that they know if they win tomorrow, it's literally they're crushing the throat. So
yeah, if the Warriors win tomorrow,
it's over.
It's done. It's a sweep. There's no way Houston's going to come into Golden State's house and beat them.
Not being 2 down and not with Dan and Tony coaching the Houston Rockets being coached. Dan and Tony is a great coach of the year probably besides Brad Stevens, but he panics. Like, he just can't get it done. He never has. So
and Harden gives up too. If they lose in Houston, he's gonna give up.
Yeah, he's got some quit in him. He really does. I saw it last night. I think a lot of people did. They were down and they were just like starting to get chippy with it, and it's like, you lost. Just you should have came with the same fire for the first 3 quarters, but you didn't. But it's interesting. I guess moving on from that, you got Cavs, Celtics.
Who saw that coming?
Neither of us picked that.
No.
We thought Cavs were going to get bounced. You thought in the first.
I thought they were going to get swept in the first.
I thought they were going to lose to the Raptors in 6, which didn't happen, obviously. And then I thought Celtics wouldn't make it past the first without...
Yeah, none of us picked Celtics to go...
Because they didn't have Gordon, and they didn't have Kyrie. They're 2 best players, and now I think they're going to beat the Cavs. I think excuse me.
38. What was the run they did?
It was like 38-12 or
38-11 run? Holy...
It was something insane. But the Cavs, I mean, it's really simple. The Celtics game plan is more simple than it seems. Stop LeBron, let the role players get their shots, and if they don't get it, then they don't.
Yeah, it's going to be up to, Love. That's like you said.
And JR, unfortunately.
Yeah, their game plan, which everyone should be doing this in this playoffs because LeBron's got no one. You stop LeBron, you make the other players go for it. They don't have the talent of LeBron. The pressure's going to be too much. If you shut LeBron down and you make the other guys win the game, 90% of the time they're going to lose.
Absolutely, and it's that simple. I mean, it sucks because I wanted the Cavs to put up more of a fight, and it's not over. No. I mean, I think Cavs win tonight. Obviously, if they don't, it's over. But LeBron doesn't lose 2 games in a row. He just doesn't. He's going to turn it on. He'll have to score 50 or something insane.
63 points.
Triple-double, all that shit. But
oh god,
he'll do all that. I think it's running. We're going to do a test real quick. I want to see how this...
I played it earlier, and it was
looks
actually
good.
pretty clean.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was really clean.
Here, this isn't the rookie mistake. This is us wanting...
We're testing our stuff. Bear with us.
Yeah, dude.
It's running rough.
That's awesome.
Well, someone said something because you're laughing. I'm assuming Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. But,
love you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, you're a favorite person. That's awesome that it works, though.
Yeah.
But, anyway... about time. But it's awesome. It's awesome to see LeBron in the position he's in. I love LeBron doing this. I honestly do hate the fact that he has to score 50 and 15 and 10 to win a game because it's like
he knows he has no one though. He has to.
It bugs me that he has nobody. Like he has Kevin Love, but he's so inconsistent. Mm-hmm. And he keeps playing all these different positions. Like he can play all 5 positions better than almost any of the other people in that league. He can play all 5, but that doesn't mean he should. I just wish they could keep him at small forward and just let him do that. And then, oh God, if he had a point guard, it'd be amazing. But it's just frustrating to watch.
He had a point guard, and he pushed him out.
Kyrie, yeah. But Kyrie he had the Kobe. He's literally Kobe's, Padawan or whatever. Because Kobe said, you got to get out of LBJ's son. You know, LBJ is always going to be king in Cleveland. You've got to go sow your own oats. So I respect Kyrie, and I don't blame him at all. The thing I'm pissed about is the fact that Kyrie didn't stay healthy, and we're not seeing LBJ versus Kyrie in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, because that would be so awesome.
That'd be crazy.
It's literally would be like Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. Like, that'd be awesome. And you could pick which one would be which, but I'm very upset we didn't get to see that. But... moving on from that, that's I guess my predictions. What's your prediction for Warriors Houston?
5.
5 games. I'm gonna say this is my heart, not my brain.
Which is gonna be upsetting because I don't care if you're not a sports fan or whatnot. You've been waiting for this Houston Golden State Western Conference Finals all year.
Yeah,
and it's a shame, but I think it's just. They got too much firepower, and I know we're doing predictions, but it's like you sit there and think if Steph is going to have an off day, odds are Kevin Durant's going to pick up the slack, and Thompson. It's not like if Harden has an off day, Chris Paul's great, but he's not a Kevin Durant. He's not a Kyle Thompson, or Klay Thompson. It's just not like one of those guys. 2 of those guys on Golden State could have an off night, and they could still put up 70 points by halftime.
Yeah, you always give me shit about the super team thing. This is an actual super team. The only reason people don't label it like that is because 3 of the 4 were bred there. Like they were literally drafted and stayed. But they're a super team. They have 4 of the best players in the league, probably top 10. Draymond, in my opinion, is the #1 defensive player.
Yep.
Clay's probably the top 5 offensive scorer, plus probably top 3 defensive player. Then you have number 2, arguably the number 2 player in the league.
World.
Yeah, world league. Durant, and then you have the best shooter in NBA history, Steph Curry. Look, that's ridiculous. It's like having. It's
like having cheat codes in video games.
It is.
I watched a video on ESPN. They were showing Steph at the 3-point line just practicing. They said, "How many do you think he missed?"
I think
he missed none. Just
he had 18 in a row or something insane.
Ridiculous.
And it's great to watch, but at the same time, people are getting frustrated
because it's a blowout every time. There's no challenge.
But, you know, that's why if LBJ were to leave and go and join Houston, I wouldn't even be mad because until the Warriors aren't breaking up. Durant, Steph, Draymond, and Clay all said, we're not moving.
Nope.
I think Clay's about to sign a 5-year deal.
Durant's about to get paid.
Durant's going to get a max. Steph's going to get a max. They're all going to, and they're going to pay it because they've already made their money back. So, and they're moving, I think, to another stadium next year. I believe.
Are they?
Yeah, yeah. But either way, they have all this money coming in. They're not going to break up. Nope. So if they're not going to break up, unfortunately, you have to make another super team.
I'm straight okay with LeBron going to Houston.
I think it'd be awesome. I think
he
would do so much better in the West because he would have more competition, which would raise him up. In the East, he's just the king of the East. He's been the king of the East for 13 years, or you could argue 15, but. He's been in there since 07, I think. Yeah, so it's just... Yeah, I would like to see him change. But until then, the Warriors...
It's not purple and gold.
Yeah, no, I think he goes to the Lakers if not Houston. I'm sorry. Every analyst...
LA has another team, right?
They're not...
Come on.
Dude,
they have another team.
Come on.
With DeAndre Jordan, who...
Well, apparently they have rumors that he's going to get traded too. Miami? No, the Mavericks. Remember what happened last time? He signed he didn't sign a contract. They had a verbal agreement. He was going to go to the Mavs, and then like a week before he signed it, he bailed.
Yep, they locked him in a room or whatever. Jesus, Tom, weird ass cough.
Just get it out, man. Just one big hit. Get it out. There it is.
Oh my God, this fucking thing just spiked on Christ.
He needed to get it out.
All right, fair enough.
All right, anyway, so yes, I pick Boston winning in 5.
I say, Boston in 5?
Sorry, not Boston in 5, no. I'm not doing that again.
Houston
Golden State.
Golden State in 5. Okay, I'm gonna say, Warriors. I'm gonna go bold and say Warriors sweep.
Woo!
But my heart wants 7 games. Like I want 7 and. Actually, I'm gonna say 7. That's my pick. 7 games. Warriors take it because I want to believe that Houston waited all year and they're not going to choke.
Here's my question: if Golden State bounces Houston in a sweep, does that hurt the ratings for the finals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter who, unless the Celtics win. Which moving on from that, I picked Celtics in 6. But no, I'm gonna say Celtics in 7. But
I'll go Celtics in 6.
If it's Celtics versus Warriors, that's a new, fresh matchup. I think most NBA fans would watch that. But if it's Cavs versus Warriors,
it's going to be a flop again.
No, it's going to be LeBron getting absolutely decimated for 4 games. It would probably be an actual sweep. It would be unbelievable.
5 games.
And that's just because LeBron's going to put up 70 points.
Yeah, LeBron will do everything he can to steal that second game, but. I don't know. I think Celtics take it. Like I said, I don't want the Cavs to win it. I don't want to see them lose again.
I don't want to see another Cavs Warriors series.
I don't mind about the team. I like the team members. I mind more that it's going to be LeBron with JR and Kevin Love. And that's not entertaining. Who's going to match up with Clay? Clay's going to just
Thompson.
Yeah, like it's I don't know. I don't want to see that matchup.
And you know who they're going to put on LeBron because he guards him the best in the league.
They're going to put Durant on.
Yes.
Or Draymond.
No, they're going to put Durant. Durant, if you look up the stats, LeBron has his worst shooting days, I'm pretty sure, when matched up against Durant.
Well, Durant's like 7-foot wingspan. Yeah. So he puts his hand up and everyone, even LeBron can't shoot past that. But it's the Warriors versus Cavs that I don't want to see. I'd rather see Celtics.
I'd rather see Celtics.
I'm gonna say Celtics
just because I don't want to see LeBron in a 10th straight final. I'm sick of it.
I don't either, especially when it's not going to be an entertaining final.
Like I'm sick of seeing the Patriots in there. The only reason I wanted him to win it last year was because I wanted to see him get 6.
Yeah,
that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It's just a nice dig at Bills fans.
Yes,
but other than that, I love you. Other than that, I'm sick of seeing Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, the Patriots in the Super Bowl now. I want something different.
Boring.
Like, it was cool seeing Atlanta in there versus them.
Stop.
But, well, it was a different team, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I think moving on from that, because the NBA, we'll move on past that. But if going to the NFL, you know what I just read, actually, which I'm not even trying to rag on Bills fans, even though it's easy. The least improved team is the Buffalo Bills, by a poll done by ESPN, because nobody knows what they were going for and why they picked up what's Josh Allen's name, right?
Oh,
yeah, they're curious to why they picked such an inaccurate quarterback, but
because he has a strong arm and they think he can throw it through the cold days in the wintertime in the wind over in the Ralph.
Well, who are they going to throw to?
What?
Well, Sean can catch it, but
no, receiver wise. Who did they just pick something up? Kelvin Benjamin. There he is.
Kelvin Benjamin. I think they said they're not re-signing him.
Well, yeah, because he gained like 52 pounds in the offseason.
Built like a freaking linebacker, and he runs like one too. Yeah, Kelvin was a joke. He got heavy. He got
real heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The reason they picked him is because he apparently has the strongest arm out of all the quarterbacks that came out of the draft this year. He has the strongest arm, and everyone's thinking, oh, the winds and this and that in Buffalo, he'll cut right through it. But
I mean, maybe. But I think it is alarming. I can't say much, because you never know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick on it.
Well, okay, yeah, I'm a Detroit fan, but Stafford can throw a fucking ball straight and narrow.
Here we go.
Super Bowls do they have?
How many does Buffalo have?
You're the one starting with Buffalo.
Buffalo's sitting over there with 0-4 record.
Oh.
Anyway, 0-4, right?
Yeah, it just sounds weird. It's 0-4, bro.
0-4. Right. Anyway, now that the fan is the biggest failed team of all time, I don't really know what they're doing.
We're on Facebook Live. If you want to leave some comments, that's fine.
I just think it's funny that ESPN's like ragging on the Bills when I think it's so early to say that they're the worst ones in the league.
I can't pick on the quarterback because you don't know what you're going to get.
No,
Do you think the Patriots knew what they were getting when they picked Tom Brady in like the 6th round?
And you can always teach accuracy. Like, you can't teach arm strength. Like, you can't go to the gym and do a bunch of push-ups and then your arm strength. It's innate. Like, you either have it
or you don't.
Yep. So they have the part that's genetic, and that's good. So I guess if you're going to pick one of the two, very accurate with a small throwing arm or a big throwing arm with no accuracy.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen because clearly we're not going to see Bucs games up here. You just don't. Well, I get one game this year because it's a Monday night. Which I don't know why we got a Monday night game, but cool. So the majority of the games I watch are Buffalo games. So I'm curious because no one thinks he's going to start. I think he's starting week 1. I think Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, I think
he's starting. And let's face it. Listen to all the Bills fans. I know you're worried because the Peterman experiment did not work out. I get it.
What are you talking about?
But I'm not going to harp on the kid. The kid could come out and be a gunslinger and be the next Jim Kelly for Buffalo. But we'll see. Like, I agree with you. They shouldn't come out already and say, oh, this is going to be horrible. Let's just see. I get it. He's got no weapons around him. He's got McCoy.
Well, that's my concern with Buffalo. It's not even their I think their defense will be good enough. If not great.
Their defense was good enough last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think their defense is going to do their job for sure. It's just all they have is McCoy and then Josh Allen with a big arm. And that's great, because if he does get that accuracy, that's awesome. He can throw to McCoy, but then he's not the kind of quarterback that's going to be able to do what Brady does, which is take a C+ receiver and make him an A- receiver.
Chris Hogan?
Exactly. He doesn't have, but I guess maybe he does. I didn't watch his whole college career, so I can't sit there and say that. But most people don't have the Brady effect.
No.
Or even Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the Brady effect. he can't just make great receivers. He usually has to
Aaron
have...
Rodgers is amazing, but he is not Tom Brady. He can't turn, like you said, a C-plus receiver into an A receiver. He's got to have a great receiver. He's just... Aaron Rodgers got that amazing accuracy and the strong arm.
And there's some people that had it, like Peyton Manning in his prime. He could turn receivers into greatness.
Yes.
He could, because he would take what they're good at and then highlight it. But I think that's a lot harder to do. You have to be a very cerebral quarterback. So I haven't, all the scouting reports I've heard about Josh Allen, he's not that kind of quarterback. We'll see. But I don't think it's a good mix to have a rookie QB with not a single veteran, a good veteran receiver. I just think that's a bad thing. Like,
you put too much pressure on a rookie.
It does, and I almost hope they don't play Josh Allen because it's almost like Robert Griffin. They played him, and then he was like really, really good, and they played him into the ground, and now look at him. It's different playing styles, so it's probably a bad comparison, but I still think that putting that kind of pressure on Josh Allen with that fan base, because the fan base is going to support him right out of the bat. That's what's great about Buffalo. They don't care if you're completely talentless. If you put on the Buffalo Bills jersey, they're going to pretend you're God. So they're going to support him, but almost to a fault, because sometimes you got to be smart about that. They supported Peterman, and he was the biggest piece of trash you've ever seen. So the great for the fan base, but it's not good to put that pressure on the coaching staff.
No.
Because that first game, if they lose without Josh Allen, everyone's going to say put Allen in. Then they might, and then Allen does horrible.
He comes in too early.
And then bam, you have everyone, oh, you flopped, you fucked a year, and then it snowballs, man. It does. It affects the players. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I got that alarm when I was reading the article. But I think Buffalo also just gets like a bad rap. Like Detroit's kind of the same way. Like Detroit didn't do any better. We filled our running game, but we've been trying to do that for 5 years. So it doesn't mean much. I think C-plus franchises just stay C-plus franchises.
That's usually how it works.
I guess
you might get to a B-.
Maybe. I don't. We have such a good quarterback but he's getting up there in age, and the window is closing. So
you don't think about it. Stafford's been playing a while.
And he's a juggernaut. The dude doesn't miss games, so he's been playing, taking those hits with no defensive line until now, or offensive line. So I think I don't have high hopes for Detroit. I honestly think we missed the window with Stafford. I definitely don't think a Super Bowl is
Which is so crazy because you had widely one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, but he was soft. Megatron was great, but he didn't want to win in Detroit. It just seemed like he wanted to get paid in Detroit, which is fine. If you're going to get something from Detroit, at least get paid. You're not going to get a ring. So I think Megatron was great, but I'll always have beef with him for how he left. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm so beat up and this, and that. It's like, well, it's football. So, I'm sorry, it's not ballet. But, I don't know.
Enough of that. Did you read about the Panthers?
I did not.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, selling it. Someone from...
2.2 bill or something like that?
$2.3 billion.
Yeah.
He's selling it to someone from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they just close it? Like, it was all a ploy by the Steelers. Just get him to close.
Fine. Get rid of Cam Newton.
Yeah, no.
I'm okay with that.
Speaking of Cam Newton, it's kind of ironic because we're probably the only ones that have spoken of him. But I never hear about him. Like, he had that one good year where he was in the Super Bowl. He's just
and then he
off the radar.
Yeah, because he hasn't done anything since.
Completely irrelevant. Like, completely relevant.
Relevant.
Irrelevant.
Oh, that's right, because he's not.
I think it's funny that he was like, oh my god, he's Superman. And it's like, where is he? Where did he go? But that's cool. Speaking of the paying thing, did you know Vince is actively trying to sell WWE? I didn't know this.
Why doesn't he just give it to Triple H?
Well, no, he's trying to sell it like they did UFC.
Oh, all right.
Like UFC.
Yeah, they just sold it to ESPN for.
Well, no, those are the rights. Like new owners, like they sold it to new owners
for
like $2.1 billion. When they bought UFC, it was like $10 million purchase. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Vince is trying to he's gonna stay in charge, but he sells it to like the next big thing, and then he gets billions of dollars. But I guess that's one of the reasons why they're keeping Roman as a face, because they want him to be the franchise guy.
Are we just gonna?
Yeah, we'll go right into wrestling. Right into wrestling.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna. I don't understand. Oh wow, that sounds familiar. I don't understand why they're not pushing him heel. He's not a babyface anymore. The only time fans cheer for him when he's a babyface is when he's with the Shield.
Yeah.
If he's not with the Shield, he gets booed. I didn't watch Raw last night because I was working, but I watched the highlights. Like, they were doing yes chants when Kurt Angle told him he's getting no more opportunities for Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's set up
and the reason why is because he's like a heel that's trying to pretend to be a babyface.
Yeah.
And I just don't, I'm with you. I don't understand it. The only thing that makes sense is the financial, because he still gets all this merchandise and he does all the right things and he's relatively clean other than that bullshit steroid accusation. We went nowhere, by the way.
Yep.
But so he's a family guy. He has babyface qualities to him, but his character is so stale. And I don't think Vince cares. I don't think Vince gives a shit if people boo him because reaction's a reaction. At a certain point, the hardcore, fans like me and you who will watch it even if it's a pile of shit, will stop watching it. Mm-hmm. We don't have an unlimited amount of patience for this. Like me, I am a huge Roman fan, but if you do not give this dude some character development, I'm not going to be a fan anymore. And that's a problem because I'm diehard, but at a certain point, like, I don't think it's Roman could do more, right? Roman could. They always say, like, I listen to a lot of the Stone Cold podcast and the Chris Jericho podcast, and I'm of course Rock interviews. All of those greats, those guys in Attitude, who made their own legacy. Every single one of them said you have to take the brass ring and run with it. Roman has it, but he's not doing anything with it, and I don't know if it's because Vince has him on a short leash now,
I guess,
and he can't be a Stone Cold where he just broke the limits and kind of he doesn't have to be a badass beer guzzler, but he could be a more, if you want to do a baby, make him like a Stone Cold baby. Like if you look at Stone Cold's actions when he was a baby face, he was a piece of shit. He beat up old people. Was he really
ever a baby face?
No, but he was the cool heel, which made him a baby
face.
Why not do that? Why not portray Roman as a baby? Why do you have to make it seem you're not going to get sympathy? Like they keep doing these things where he gets his ass beat for 20 minutes and then wins in the last 3 minutes. That's like something you do with Daniel Bryan because he's a little guy. You don't do that with a 6'3" powerhouse who's well known to being a tough guy.
He's the big guy.
None of us are going to watch that and be like, oh yeah, Roman would get his ass beat. No, stop it. Roman one-on-one with Samoa Joe would beat his ass in real life. You know that, right? So they try to play us as stupid.
Unless their big plan is when Dean comes back, we get the Shield run for a couple months and then they use him to go heel.
Yeah,
I know everything was saying Ambrose, but if this is Vince's big plan, let them have the Shield, let Roman get built up again because everyone loves him when they're in the Shield, and then he turns the tables on them.
I think that's what's going to happen. This is my prediction, because I've been racking my brain at this ever since Greatest Royal Rumble. They're keeping on the slide, the Titus World slide. Ever since that, in the botched finish where Roman won and all that shit.
Yeah.
And they kept the belt on Lesnar, and Lesnar's not wrestling until SummerSlam. That's it. That's probably his last one before he joins USADA and joins UFC by December. Anyway, so it's obvious to me that they're going to either give the Universal belt to Braun, which is a good chance, or Roman. If you give it to Roman, which I think they will,
You've been saying that for 3 pay-per-views.
I think so. Well, they don't have a lot of options now. They literally have to give it to either Roman or Braun. That's it. That's the only options. It could be either because they don't really have anything solid for Braun, but at the same time, they keep saying that Roman's the rightful champ. Whatever. Let's say they give it to Roman. That next night, first of all, he's going to get booed out of SummerSlam. That's fine, though, because the next night, you have him show up Universal Champ. Everyone boos him, just like after Mania when he retired Taker. And he just shows up, and then he just rips the fans. I did this without you. Fuck you guys. Just rip him to shreds. You have the best heel in the last 5 years in one promo. Do that, and then have Dean come back. What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Roman? This isn't you. Have him beat the fuck out of Dean. Beat the fuck out of Seth. Make him a badass. WrestleMania next year, you get to have the Shield
brothers.
With heel Roman. The money's there, and I just don't know. If I can write it and read it, maybe that's not what's going to happen, but if you turn Roman heel, he's the biggest superstar in the company by far, and you can put him up against the Brauns again, because Braun's the biggest babyface right now. You can put him up against Bobby, who wouldn't want to see that. You could put him against Seth again.
Seth again would be a good one.
Amazing. Seth's been on an absolute tear. Put him against Balor, AJ. I mean, all these great babyfaces that are better babyfaces than Roman, but he's just really it's the Rock effect. When Rock was a babyface, he was good, but it just didn't click. And then when they turned him heel, he was amazing. And he just went, the sky was the limit. Yep. You do that with Roman, he's going to feel more natural. You'll be able to connect to him. I swear I know what's going to happen. He's going to turn heel, and all those boos out of spite are going to turn to cheers. Just to spite Vince. It's like
they're going to start doing the yes chants.
And it's going to be funny, but he'll be so much more comfortable as a heel. Mm-hmm. I don't understand it. I keep trying to make sense of it.
I picked on you for WrestleMania, but I get it now. I just don't get it.
It's frustrating for us because we've watched it for so long, we can almost predict some of these storylines.
Yep.
And when we can't predict it, but
pisses us off.
It pisses us off, not because we like being surprised, of course. Those are the best pops, you know. But the thing that we don't like is when there's no goddamn logic. Why do you have a champ who's going to beat CM Punk's record, which I can't even begin how much it pisses me off.
What's the countdown?
Punk's was he's going to beat it because he won't be at Money in the Bank, so by default he will beat it. But it's 431 days. CM Punk's, which was one of the best reigns I've ever seen. CM Punk was the best in the business, period. And CM Punk's going to lose that record, which you know that's Vince being fucking petty.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're going to do it when Brock's had, what, maybe 10 bouts in that time? Maybe. And out of those, maybe 2 of them were good. I mean, it's a joke to me. Even when Roman gets that belt, I wish he would get it, win it, and then retire it, because I have no respect for that belt. The 4 people, is Finn Balor had it for a day. Owens did good things with it and then lost it to old-ass piece of shit Goldberg. And then it went to Brock for 450 days. I have no respect for that title. No legends have had it. Goldberg's not a goddamn legend. Brock only cares about the money.
They just need to do, I've been saying, they need to get rid of the Universal title, have the one title that AJ has, and let the champ go back and forth to each show. So then that gives each show an opportunity at a shot at the belt.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. They have a problem with Roman, and it's gonna start. I think they love him as a face, and they want that Cena effect. But everyone forgets that Cena was a heel, and then went baby.
Thug life.
Yeah, like he was a piece of shit. Like he was a womanizing piece of shit when he was that character. And yeah, it was a little bit of attitude, ruthless aggression, or whatever. But if you literally, pun intended, took Roman off the chain and let him go, he'd be incredible. Yep. He has heels. He seems like a heel.
Something's got to be coming down the road. Something has to. Otherwise, they're going to wake up one day. Vince's going to wake up one day, and he's going to be over in New Japan just tearing shit up.
It's true. Honestly, it's true. And if Roman's like, oh, WWE's my blood, and I'll never leave this place. Well, yeah, he's getting paid $6-7 million a year. Of course he's going to say that, and of course he's going to feed his family. I get it. But at the same time, Roman needs to have respect for his character and be like, all right, Vince. Because you know if he went into Vince's office and said, I want to turn heel, Vince would do it. And I don't think he's doing that. So that for me as a fan, a Roman fan, I'm getting frustrated because I know Roman has more of a voice. Roman's the highlight of every Raw. That means he's the guy. So that means he has the pull to do whatever he wants, and he's not doing it. Yeah. He's just getting a paycheck.
He's going along with it.
It's frustrating, and
something's got to be going on behind the scenes.
Something has to, and they're trying to do the whole the companies against me bullshit. It's not gonna work because everyone knows Roman is the guy. Yeah, the reason that line worked with Dan O'Brien was because he was a 5 nothing, and I'm pretty sure Vince actually hates him. So that was believable. But you know damn well Vince loves Roman because he loved The Rock. He loves the Samoans because they're workhorse badasses that are easy to write. So they need to do something with Roman ASAP. I'm sick of it. Right now they're feeding Jinder to him, which I'm fine with because I hate Jinder.
What are you gonna do if Jinder beats him?
Well, he'll probably beat him in a match, but there's no way.
I'm talking pay-per-view.
There's no way. Because, like I said, after Money in the Bank is SummerSlam, I believe, or Extreme Rules, maybe.
It's SummerSlam.
I think it's Extreme Rules. Because July is one, and then August is SummerSlam.
Big guy.
Yeah, so
2018 pay-per-view schedule.
I'm pretty sure July is Extreme Rules, so maybe Money in the Bank, Jinder, wins it, and then Extreme War rules. I bet Roman would just literally decimates Jinder.
So does Roman get into Money in the Bank?
No, he doesn't need it. He's got it.
I'm not talking about like the match. I'm talking about does he have a match at the pay-per-view?
Yeah, Roman's not going to get left off any pay-per-view cards.
Money in the Bank, Extreme Rules.
Yeah, so there you go.
And then SummerSlam.
Yep. So
when is SummerSlam?
19th of August.
Dude, that's when we come back from vacation. Is that what happened last year? That's funny as shit.
You didn't come.
What? Oh, because I was so tired.
Yeah, you didn't
I'll be
show
back
up.
for that.
So we're watching SummerSlam alone again.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Jinder's just a side project for Roman.
All right, we need to get off this Roman tire because we're going to go over it for the rest of the show.
That's true. We already talked about Ronda Rousey getting the title shot. Did you watch the video on how the title shot happened?
No.
Well, Nia Jax walks up to her and it's like, "Hey, do you want a title shot?" Like they're on the red carpet and it's like, "I don't think I deserve it." It's so bad. And
what?
And I was like, "Oh, you deserve it because I'm the champ. I'm picking you." And then they hugged it out, and I was like, "Fuck this feud already."
So what happened on Raw?
Nothing. They just showed that same clip from New York. It was so bad. And not to mention, it makes zero sense because Mickie James was set to face at Money in the Bank.
So is it going to become a triple?
No, but Mickey's just onto.
Oh, so just Mickey's done?
No, they made no sense of it.
So do they give it to Ronda, or does Ronda get her first loss in the ring?
I think it's going to end in a DQ.
A DQ?
I think Absolution or Riot Squad or whatever is going to break it.
Or Alexa.
Or Alexa, yeah. I don't think I think Ronda Nia is going to be saved for SummerSlam. So yeah, I don't think it goes. I think that's why they did it. It's a good match. People are going to want to watch it, but there's no way they're going to put on Ronda already. Ronda doesn't have the talent to do that.
She's been in one match.
2 matches now. She just had her second in-ring debut, but she doesn't deserve it. And that's
Not
why,
yet.
That's why people like Garrett are so upset. And I get it. I am too. It's annoying. But yeah, there you go, Garrett. But I just thought it was cheesy. I hate babyface matches. I wish Ronda was talking shit on the red carpet, and then Nia was like, "What'd you say, bitch?" That would be more entertaining for me because it would feel more real. But to go up, if I was going to compete against anyone, and maybe this is just because I'm an asshole competitor, but I would immediately try to get in their head and be like, "I'm going to fucking destroy you," and then there's the heat. But there's none of that. It's I just really like you, and I think you deserve a match. It's what?
That's so out of character for both.
It's
for both.
No, you're a 6'2" giant, amazing powerhouse, and you're gonna go and want to fight Ronda?
Let's hug it out.
Yeah, it was just I hated it, but
I saw Seth had retained his title. Right? He had a title shot.
Yeah, versus Owens.
Yeah.
Well, last week it was Mojo. And
yeah,
I know you've been missing it lately, but
yes.
The Mojo match, best match of Mojo's career, by far, not even close. And then this week, and last week, speaking of that, shout out because Owens last week went against Braun. He took Braun to the limits. So they have a lot of love for Owens. They really do.
Well, he just signed a huge
5
contract.
years, or 15 mil or something crazy. Which I love. I love Owens. Owens is probably my top 5. I love him.
I still wish he should. I understand he wants the title, but I still think he should go for the U.S. title because that whole Kevin Owens and the U.S. title gimmick and the suit and the face of America was just amazing. I loved it. I
love Owens, but speaking of Owens, he had the great match, and he went to the limit with Braun. So if Braun is Vince's other baby, then that means something for Vince to say put up a fight. That doesn't happen. Braun usually squashes.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then Seth has this amazing match with Mojo. And then follow that up this week. Amazing match with Owens. Seth's on an absolute fucking tear. He's the top babyface in the company right now. And I think he's over AJ right now. I guess it's biased, but when you hear that Burn It Down...
It's the biggest pop. It's crazy. He was the only one that got a pop at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah. It was so weird.
And I'm a huge Seth fan right now. Monday Night Rollins is a goddamn thing.
I want a t-shirt.
It's been sold out every week.
Really?
Yeah, every week I've tried to get it. It's sold out, man. I'm all in on Rollins. He's taking that title and he's doing amazing matches. I just hope he stays healthy. But I want to see Rollins versus anyone right now because every match is so goddamn good. And now he's facing heels, and that's the great thing. Rollins versus a heel is just so good. And Owens was this close to beating Rollins for the title. So Owens is, and he just got in the Money Bank. So I think he wins it. I think he wins Money in the Bank. I think he's perfect for Money in the Bank, but
that's just when Dean shows up.
Maybe Dean's apparently had to move to Alabama because his injury's so bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, it was like a 50 or 60% tear of the tricep, and he wrestled on it for like a year and a half. So that's a lot of scar tissue and damage. So they probably had to cut the scar tissue, pull it all the way down, pull it back up, and then it's tough to heal from that. But yeah, when Dean comes back. They already said they're going to do a Shield thing. I think they do the Shield thing. They run it until December, turn them heel. But I like my SummerSlam plan.
Hopefully no one gets the mumps when he comes back.
Goddamn JoJo. And I guess going on from JoJo Squeeze, Bray Wyatt and Woken, they're doing great shit. And they made a new tag team, the B team.
The what team?
The B team. It's
the B team. Broken and Bray.
No, it's Bo Dallas and Curtis
God,
Axel.
no!
Instead of the
A team, it's the B team.
Yes.
Oh Jesus!
And they actually have a title shot against the Woken brothers. So I love the Bray Matt Hardy thing.
It's cool. It's a cool gimmick. But I want to see Brother Nero.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how he's doing over in SmackDown World, but I like that gimmick. Raw's doing okay. They just need to figure out what to do with Roman. That's the big... Because if you're going to highlight him every week, you have to do something with him. But all the other matches are really good. I'm sick of 6-man tags or 6-woman tags. That's all they do now. They don't know what to do. They have no idea what they're doing with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I've been reading on that. Like, he's just all over the place. Like... I don't understand why they're not just giving him a match versus a big guy.
The amount of money they missed by, one, not having him come back as a heel, and two, not having him come back to immediately face Brock in this big MMA-type battle. You ruined it already.
I'd also like to see Lashley versus Roman.
Oh, yeah, and that's the only way that happens is one of them goes heel, which there's going to be one of those big players right now who are going to go heel soon. They have to because they only have maybe 5 or 6 heels, so... They have to do that turn soon.
I want to see Rude go heel.
Rude as a heel would be amazing. He's doing good work right now. He just got into the Money in the Bank. So they need to do some stuff with some people. They just need to embellish the characters a little more. So Raw's okay. SmackDown looks like it's not, but it looks like the A show right now because they have Shinsuke, Samoa Joe, AJ, Daniel Bryan, The Miz. They have all these great
talents. But they're not putting it together.
It's tough because they only have 2 hours, but then you think if they make it 3, is that too much? Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
And then tonight they have Cien Almas is coming back, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Do we see Sanity tonight?
I think so. I think because UK loves them. They're in the UK, so...
Oh, that's right, because it's the Carmella whatever ball or bash.
The Bella Bash or whatever.
Not Bella Bash.
Mella. It's Mella. Not Bella, it's Mella.
Sorry, John Cena.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that relationship. You fucked that up, bro. Did you see he went on to like the Today Show and like confessed his love?
Yeah.
Like
they're getting back together.
I think it's all work for the goddamn show.
Really?
Yes, I think it's definitely a work. You're telling me, okay, if you split up with someone you were with for 6 years, you're not gonna like tell them in person that I want to have your baby or I want you to have my babies. You're gonna go on to the Today Show and be like, yeah, I want her to mother my kids. That's not just a little thing. That's not like I want to drive a car.
That's the weirdest way to say it, too.
I literally want to fill your belly with my sperm. He did that on the Today Show. And then fast forward like at 2 hours later, there just happens to be a camera there and then, Nikki, did you hear this? Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Oh god, it's such a work.
It's a work, man.
I didn't know that part where they show Nikki and she's all,
oh my god.
Okay, so that's a work.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Good for you guys, though, because everyone fell for it.
I mean, it's just weird. Like, there's already been reports. It's like, yeah, they broke up, but she's staying with him like every other night. And it's like, well, okay, so.
So they didn't break up.
Yeah, like they broke. It's all for what is Total Bellas or whatever it's called. I mean, he's Hollywood now, so I guess you gotta get some attention somehow.
All right.
But yeah, I mean that's the gist. I mean AJ Shinsuke, they got their thing going.
Double nut knockout.
Yep, they just keep doing the nut thing. I love Shinsuke as a heel.
So do I.
I love him he's perfect as a heel. I think AJ's doing really, really good work. I just want to see him move on from Shinsuke. Like we saw it was a dream match.
They're gonna give Shinsuke the belt.
I don't think they are. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it that Vince is not a huge fan of foreigners having the title. I'm not saying he's racist. I'm just saying that he'd rather have an American babyface have it. Like that's just. I mean, come on. They didn't give it to Asuka. We haven't seen Asuka in weeks. And then Shinsuke, they turn heel. He's doing great work. But if they don't give it to him in this feud, they're never going to give it to him. I don't know. I don't think you see that kind of commitment until Triple H takes over in 2019. But I love Shinsuke. I want to see AJ. I wish AJ moved to Raw. That's my opinion. I think he could have done some cool stuff over on Raw, but SmackDown's getting better though.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Like,
I have yet to watch a full episode of SmackDown.
I guess before we sew it up, you've been watching NXT because you have Wednesdays off now. And the Undisputed Era is doing great things, and they're bringing in some new people. I honestly can't get enough of the Undisputed thing. Like the whole gimmick is perfect.
Yes.
And then on top of that, did you see last week's?
No.
Okay, last week, Ciampa, who's my favorite heel in the company.
Oh, is that when he attacked Johnny Gargano?
Well, no,
last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, last week he had a match against Cassius Ohno, and it was phenomenal. Like, he's so good. In the no music, he's a piece of shit, and I just love it so much. I love the fact, too, he's such a heel. He went on Twitter the day Infinity War came out, and he gave away the ending. So
wow.
He has like 200,000 followers, and he literally ruined the ending. He said he went and saw it Thursday night, and then he tweeted it like Thursday at midnight to ruin it for everyone.
What a dick.
He tweeted, it's like, oh, by the way, Thanos wins and everyone dies. And it's just, he's such a committed heel. He's like a piece of shit in real life. And on Mother's Day, he tweeted Gargano's mother. And was like, oh, by the way, I would hug your son because I'm probably going to kill him next time I see him. Like, it's just, those little things make me.
I would love to see him in the WWE, but there's no way NXT needs him.
Oh my god, yeah! For the next probably year, they might move him to cruiserweight. But I love NXT right now.
NXT is doing some great shit.
It is definitely right behind Raw. It's better than SmackDown.
Oh yeah, it definitely goes Raw, NXT, SmackDown.
Yeah, and it's probably because it's an hour and they can just put all the good shit in it. And they're doing Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet, which can be fucking amazing. And then Aleister Black he hasn't been there, but I think he has a match against, I thought it was Gargano coming up, but I
don't want to see that.
Not again, but
I'd like to see Ciampa versus.
I think it should be Ciampa. I think he's honestly, I would put the belt on him. He's so good as a heel, but
you put him on the belt. That brings my boy up.
I'm curious to see how they get the belt off of Aleister Black because with Asuka she got hurt. Yep. Do you do that same thing? He has to relinquish it, or maybe he moves up with it? Because I always loved that they did that with Owens.
With Owens, that was amazing.
It was so good. The United States, the Classic or whatever they called it, where he would call him out, it's great. But yeah,
the Open Challenge.
Yes,
the John Cena U.S. Open Challenge,
which everyone does it, and it works so well. Like Seth's killing it. When Roman did it with the Intercontinental, it was great. When he did it with the United States, it was great. If only they had the Universal title, then they could do 2 matches every night, brand new. People would watch that.
Yep.
But that is the gist of the sports news. Anything else, really?
No.
That's pretty much, we're talking NBA. That's the big thing, obviously, playoffs. So tonight's the Cavs game, Cavs versus Celtics. I'm going to say 45, 15, and 10. That's what LeBron says. Yeah.
I'm going to say 51.
He's going to miss a free throw.
11.
You got to think assists because if he has 51,
51, 11, and 2.
Yeah, he's probably not passing a whole lot, but I think LeBron takes it tonight. I'm very interested in seeing it. I'm pumped. So we're gonna take off.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, we gotta do our show.
Hold on.
The last 2 haven't been posted, so make sure you know that. Because remember they got lost.
Okay.
And they're lost on my old laptop too. So
since we didn't get to see this, I do a shout out every night after the podcast to our boy, The Rock. So you didn't get to see it.
Mr. Johnson.
Congratulations on the. I know she's not a newborn anymore, but apparently our stuff is lost in space.
But we still meant it.
Yes, we still meant it. Beautiful daughter. We would love a shout out from your Instagram. I don't care. You don't even have to say our name. You just put it on your chalkboard behind you.
Yes,
Swiss Army Nerds Sports Special.
That would give us.
You don't even got to say our name. Just you don't even got to mention. You just be working out, talking to people, and then just kind of scanning. Oh, there it is. And I'm fine with that because we're huge fans. And you shout us out. We're just here. We're here right now. You shout us out, we're here.
One shout out, Rock, and you might make this whole podcast.
You can even get on the podcast afterwards, or on your Instagram afterwards, say, now, leave me the fuck alone. And you get us one shout out, I will.
That'd be fine.
I'll never bring your name up again.
You can heal us. You can heal mode us. That's fine. Give us the old school 2003 heal Rocky. I don't even care. You don't even have to like us.
Nope. You can block us after that.
Well, darn. I don't know.
I don't want it, but you're still going to be here.
If it's not asking too much, I just want to hear you say the name Stick Rod. Because I can't even imagine you saying those words in that close proximity. So
He probably thinks you're joking.
No,
That's his last name.
I'm not. That is
His
my
last name.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. Shout out. Obviously, beautiful family. And I'm sure it's going to keep growing, knowing your appetite.
Wow. Ignore him.
Well, no,
Ignore
it's
him.
Getting weird.
Okay, it's not weird because you didn't see he tweeted DJ Khaled? Because Khaled came out and said that he doesn't do oral sex. And then The Rock responded, it's like, well, I don't know about you, but I like to be a master of all the techniques when it comes to that.
Alright, so I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it was like huge news because The Rock like immediately responded to that, and then everyone retweeted that. So imagine being DJ Khaled being like, oh no, The Rock just clowned me. But
shout out, Rock.
yes, and we'll drink tequila because he loves tequila. Oh my
can't
god.
do tequila.
Well, also, yes, you will if he shouts us out. Hopefully your new tequila comes out soon.
He's got a tequila?
He's making tequila.
Wow.
It's oh my god, I think it's called Mana or Mana. So it's supposed to be like a spirit, obviously.
Yeah.
So if that comes out, you know I'm gonna have it. So
You're gonna do a shot on the podcast.
yeah, I'll do as many as you want.
You
But
tell
yeah,
him to drink the bottle, he'll drink the bottle.
but at Swiss Army Nerds, man, just yeah, they're
Sports special.
sports special.
You
But
give Neil any of that credit.
he should know, Brock. I'm just letting you know this. It's on Instagram. It's under at Swiss Army Nerds, and on Twitter it's at Swiss Army Nerds, and on Facebook it's at Swiss Army Nerds.
So forget about the sports special. Just do Swiss Army Nerds.
Well, that's only if you want to find us, which we know you do. But that's a shout out. We're gonna clean up, take it home, and then I got another podcast I got to do. So, do you notice how the camera just slowly pans you out throughout the whole thing?
Yep.
But shout out to The Rock. We will be back next week. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah! That's perfect!
And thank you to everyone who followed on Facebook Live. I don't know how many comments we got. Obviously, Chris is our MVP.
is our MVP.
Well, good thing it ran well.
It ran good. Everyone said I got some texts saying it runs great. So
Sweet.
awesome job on the new laptop. So
Five messages.
awesome. Well, we'll be back in a little bit with the second round of the podcast.
With a new host.
That's
for
right.
The night.
With our temporary host who's gonna be. All right, we're out. We are gonna take off. Let me see. I gotta get my old man glasses on, which I don't need that soon because I'm getting laser. Whatever. All right.
Wow.
Peace.